Yeah, I got the most badass intro on an FOC show, and you know it. And that's why you are all here. And I got to say, Lord of Brooklyn, you're here to see the C2 E2 exclusives Ultra had secured on his behalf. I can just make my own at home, apparently. Why would I even have to go to cons now? I'll just staple an acetate cover to every one of my collection, and there'll be a pedigree. I am the ULTRAMAXIMUS, and you are here joining us for final orders due 8/8/2022, unless otherwise noted. And what are we here to do, you say? This is, again, the FOC. If you don't know what FOC is, well, this is your last opportunity to order books before, well, the orders are in and done, and those are the only available copies you can choose from. That's right, kitty. Click that notification bell for notifications for when we go live here. Don't forget to help me break those YouTube algorithms by leaving a comment below after the video has ended. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, if you are not subscribed already, well, you should be. Like and share the video. All of those things help us out tremendously here. The subscribe button, though, is the greatest way for you to not miss out on any of the great content the man, the myth, the legend himself has brought upon 1,100 plus subscribers. So if it's making that many people happy, it must be amazing. On top of the giveaway he's giving a lot of you a very, very long wait for. But you know, has anybody ever told you the best things are worth waiting for? Don't forget to check out some of the other content that I've dropped on this channel here, and that is, of course, the Raw Report, where you get to see really a spec matrix inside of spec matrices. And that is, of course, all the new pickups and mail drops that I obtained from my local store and, of course, through my mailbox. That's right, kitty. And, of course, the Marvel Legacy second printing homage variant video is out there, as well as this complete Marvel hip-hop variant platinum list. And if you did help either one of those videos go viral, man, that'd be like helping this this regular Joe out with like a year's salary, and then I can come back and create more content on the regular. Imagine that happening. But you know what? Also, I need you to imagine you going over all these wonderful people and subscribing to their content. That's right, kitty. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And let's go indeed, newbie. Follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Twitter. You can find the links on the channel homepage in that logo extravaganza. I am the ULTRAMAXIMUS on IG and Facebook. And, of course, you can follow me at ULTRAMAXIMUS on whatnot as well. Follow me on Twitter, @ULTRAMAXIMUSX. Don't forget to follow us on the Mighty Mel V channel, because that's currently where Drunken Chat is being held. And am I being cryptic enough for you? Oh, the ULTRAMAXIMUS Speculation Matrix looks forward to a triumphant return. And Ultra, still to this day, is going to continue to try to not mention a bunch of tired books that were mentioned where Ultra may have made appearances elsewhere. I really try hard not to do it. That's why everybody's like, why don't you just repeat all your good spec matrices over again? No. I want you guys to go back and watch episodes of Drunken Chat for all that content. I mean, that's where everybody else steals the content from. Soundtrack provided by White Bat Audio. And you can, of course, subscribe to them at White Bat Audio here on YouTube. Of course, whitebataudio.com. And, of course, they are also available on Spotify. Shout out to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio for the awesome soundtrack tunes. And, of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Oh, man, that ultimate 4 staples or more shirt, man, that was... Whew. The genius himself with the logo work. This is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Eric S. Hurd. Well, Tomb, I'm glad you like the soundtrack, too. I like it. That's why I chose it. But, you know, I am an OG. I've been alive for 6 different decades, my friend. Yes. That's a mind bender for some people, I know. ComicBarricade.com is helping keep your books upright in their boxes, whether it be the CGC slab or your regular raw books in their bag and board. You can use the code ULTRAGO, get yourself 10% off of that. And the reason why I am now required to put paid promotion on this video. Yeah, that's right. Acetate them all, baby. Acetate them all. Patrick and Big Remo and Manny, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. WannaComics.com also needs to be a bookmark. Shout out to Wanna Comics, Big Leg, Ninth Wonder. You guys look like you're having a grand old time out there at C2E2. as well as Dennis. Dennis looks like he's having fun too. Shout out Dennis Barger, Wonder World Comics. But Wonder Comics is also one of those places where they do insane David Mack Daredevil stuff. And then, of course, he's got an IG page that you should follow him on where he drops announcements and such. But one of the best places to follow all of those heads I just mentioned would definitely be on Whatnot. And these would be people on the Whatnot crowd that did not jump the line, as far as I know. These are my friends. That's why I'm putting faith in them that they are not the line jumpers. Omar V, thanks for liking the tweet. And thanks for joining us here as well. But, of course, if you guys don't know about Whatnot, it's a great place to snipe books from sellers as King of the Golden State. And maybe you just have to check out the next Raw Report, see what I picked up from him. Super Chat, coming soon. Need not worry. You can paypal.me/ultramaximus if you really want to. Nah, man, it's acetate gate, line gate. What was it? Fall out afoot. Oh, lots of wonderful things. But you know what? We're not going to worry about any of that there, everybody. This is the secret variant. And if you don't know what the secret variant is, well, this is where I get to outline all of the new books coming to us in 3 to 5 weeks, depending on your publisher. And what we got here is also a situation where we're going to be looking at books, of course, that are coming out in the near future. So that that means there's going to be spoilers afoot. But I try to bless you all with more than just spoilerific information. I try to not only grace this face upon this screen, and one of the most feared beards in comic book speculation, of course, but yeah, I just try to be cool, straight shooting, and honest with you guys because I appreciate you all for being some of the greatest fans in comic book content creation. So, look, I know there's a lot of everybody out there is looking for blood. Who are the line jumpers? Who are the people that hopped in front of us at C2E2 and wiped out 85% of a 750 copy print run? Good God. All right. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for joining us here. But, again, I'm going to spoil you with more than just spoilers. So, thanks for hanging tough. It wasn't me, says Brad. It's okay, Brad. It wasn't me either. I was not there. But you know what? It's one of those things. On to the next one, I say. Blaze Publishing, of course, giving you the Belit and Valeria. Cover A. There's your cover B. The cover C is looking a little bit more relaxed. And then here, of course, is your Uncanny X-Men swipe of the death of Jean Grey. Yeah, end of the Phoenix Saga. 10 copy incentive is your version of the cover A, 20 copy of your cover B, and the 30 copy is the black and white of the cover A. Next up, we got Ahoy Comics, and I showed you these last week, but we're going to review them again because they're on FOC today through the Lunar Distribution Network. And this is your Highball number 1 of 5, cover A, Fred Harper. And then the 1 of 3, David Rubin Unlocked variant. See, Lord of Brooklyn asking the real questions here. I don't know. But that would be a book. So next up, we've got Aftershock giving us the Dogs of London number 4. Ocean Will Take Us number 5. Up next is Archie, giving us the World of Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 18. And there's supposed to be another breaker in between those two. My apologies. But here's the Artist Elite Comics, which your final orders due today. I showed you these last week. And this is, of course, issue number 2. Tyler Kirkham. So in here with all of my deductive skills on reading a cover, it shows Dark Skulls Part 1 and Seraph 7? Part 1, and I can't read the one that's in the middle. But either way, there's part one of a lot of different stories in there, apparently. So, going to be interesting to see if any of these properties do have a long-term future. But, of course, if you like good stories and good artwork, I guess that's what Artist Elite Presents is all about. Are they the Image Comics renaissance of the 2020s? Artist Elite number 2 does have this 25 copy incentive by Tyler Kirkham. And that's going to wrap it up. On to Artist, Writers, and Artisans, which is giving us the Devil's Highway number 4 of the Volume 2. And then we've got the Joneses number 5 of 5. And apparently it's the Joneses versus another family for control of the town. And they're basically considered a reborn in that AWA Upshot universe. Very interesting place. Final orders due for Black Caravan, though. I showed you these last week as well. Prince Zodiac, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. But here we go. Final orders due again for Black Caravan, 8/7/2022. So this is the stuff I showed you last week. Blade in the Dark, number 1, cover A, the Rich Woodall. And then here is the 10 copy incentive by Adam Kamolik. I hope I didn't butcher your name. And of course, Black Caravan, not wanting to leave you guys hanging, next week have shown us that they are going to have Pentagram of Horror number 5 with a cover A. And then there will be a 10 copy unlockable variant to go along with them as well. Mature readers, 18 plus over there at the Black Caravan. And then of course we get the Rad Wraith number 3. And then we've got Sergeant Werewolf number 1, cover A, Rich Woodall. Sergeant Werewolf number 1, cover B, 1 in 10. And that's your unlockable, of course. And then there's a 1 in 20. Now, because I know how some of you guys collect, don't forget, for all of you Nazi comic book collectors, you collect comics with the Nazi image on it. Well, let me also just educate you here real quick. That's a heisted image, and the Buddhists are very, very upset that nobody remembers that. Let me just point that out. The representation of the 4 winds, and then hijacked onto the side of the uniform of a Nazi regime. But the 20 copy incentive here looks wild. And if you think about it, a werewolf military man for the U.S. government, yep, pretty wild story, especially in World War II times. Blood Moon Comics giving us Endangered number 1 with a second printing. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about spiders, but that looks like a really, really big one. And then we've got Endangered number 2 with a second printing, also dropping apparently on FSC the second time. Anybody reading those? Blood Moon Comics? Comics Experience didn't have anything on final orders due today, but they did have this group of books due next week. Now, what's really, really weird about this, they say that this is on final order cutoff, but Mother Russia, the Winter Special one-shot, has already hit. This cover, however, I don't know why it was on final order cutoff again. Saga of the Doomed, however, this is Saga of a Doomed Universe. You're going to notice a lot of crazy homages going on here. So here's your cover A. This obviously is your cover B. This one's your cover C. This one is the Marvel Anniversary Frame variant. This one is the Marvel Universe wraparound variant. And then this one is the DC Who's Who wraparound homage variant cover. So acetate is the new vibranium. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Sparks of Chaos number 2, cover A. And then we've got cover B. And then cover C. And I don't know why it said cover whatever. But there's your cover C. And all those from the Comics Experience, a.k.a. the CEX. All right, up next we got the Keen Spot. And the Keen Spot has given us a bunch of books, starting with Junior High Horrors Monster-Sized Anniversary Special, cover A. There's your cover B. And apparently the Freddy Krueger homage. Frederick, as they're calling him. Junior High Horrors, cover C. Here's the cover D and the cover E. The cover F, wrapping it up for all the books Keen Spot has to offer you. Up next is the Mad Cave. Mad Cave with the Mad Cave Studios Legacy Battle Cats #1. What does that mean? This is a reprint. Now, I know what you're all thinking. And what everybody's going to do is they're going to sit on this for a year, and then next year at C2E2, they're going to wrap this book in acetate, and then they're going to get $400 for it per book. Well, you also probably want to pick up the variant cover to go along with it. And then you're also going to want to pick up this Nottingham. And you know what? If y'all do that, just remember 4 staples or more. 4 staples or more. Oni Press, giving you final orders due for 8/7/2022. Some of these books I had to move to the 8/14 day. So I showed you these last week. Agreed-suko, Out to Lunch, #204, cover A. Agreed-suko, Out to Lunch, #2, cover B, with the Robin Crew variant. But then 8/14 came around and said, wait a minute. The Jana and the Impossible Monsters that were on FOC for today have been pushed, as well as the cover B. And then they added on Rick and Morty Crisis on C-137, #204, with the Return of the Revengers again. And then here is the cover B Megan Huang variant. The Sixth Gun Oni 25th Anniversary Edition foil variant. See, haha! Take that, acetate. Foil. Scout Comics. This is the Scout stuff I showed you last week that's due today. But this was actually a move from last week to this week. So King Jira, Legendary Edition variant, meaning it's the oversized artist proof edition like thing. Nocturne County #1. New Rat City #1. And then Night of the Cadillacs Origins magazine. And they didn't crop that picture still. So Scout giving you a pretty big week, even though they pushed some books. But the fun stuff is the stuff for next week. Aza, the Barbed #1. And I see a cover A. And I see a cover B, which is your 10 copy incentive. She looks like she's in the MCU Namor Village. Cities of Magic #5. And you guys got to understand, when I'm going through every one of these books, I'm coming up with all these quips and making all these funny jokes to myself. I only remember about a quarter of them. Imagine all the lost stuff. 3/4 of what I make up to do here, but you know, it is what it is. Code 45, #305. Eternus, and this was of course a push from last week's FOC to this week. So this is, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. This is a push from this week's FOC to next week, because we are looking at next week's list. West Moon Chronicles #1 of a 3-issue miniseries. And no variant cover shown there, so pretty easy purchase, right? Source Point Press giving you the Mechanics #2. Those don't look like mechanics to me, but okay. Not otherwise authorized, or NOA, #1. And it's the Kaiju Crisis. Oblivion Trails #304. Ultramax, not to be confused with ULTRAMAXIMUS. This is the Ultramax #404, and apparently is like the Hunger Games or something. I don't know, not reading it. Just being honest. Sumerian, which is a really cool name, even though it's not quite Sumerian comic books, but you know, maybe one day. Dark Beach #6 of 6. And then we've got Kingdom Come Deliverance #2 of I don't know, I guess it's an ongoing series. Cover A by Walter, Cover B by Warhorse. And Warhorse, is that Warhorse right there on the cover? Is this a self-portrait? Must be. Cover C, also by Warhorse. Phenomenal artwork. Number 2, cover D by Gandalf, but I don't know if it's Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White. Cover E by Warhorse. the Sumerians, not the Cimmerians. I mean, you really going to go up against Sargon of Akkad, Enki, Enlil, Isis? No, don't think so. Mariska Gal, Marduk. People don't want that smoke. But Crom. Oh, that's funny. Titan Comics. Doctor Who Origins number 44. You know, and as amazing as that might sound, these beings can transform themselves into pure light. I don't think Conan's got a chance. Doctor Who Origins, like I said, 4 of 4, cover A. Cover B, which is your photo variant. And then here's your cover C. But they only did 3 variants. Man, my phone's blowing up. You guys, either one of my PMs or DMs are going crazy right now. But I'm not grabbing it. I'm in the middle of a show. And if it's my wife sending me stuff to make me blush. Love you, dear. Vault. We got the stuff due today. Fox in the Hair, number 3, cover A with a Stacey Lee. You know what? I gotta see this. Who's blowing up my phone right now? This is going crazy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Here we go. They gotta. Oh boy, oh boy. Had to put the phone on silent, everybody. So. Cover A by Stacey Lee, and then the cover B by Yoshitani variant. So this is the issue number 3. And if you guys remember, I showed you this a week after. When I showed you this last week, issue 4 was supposedly FOCing last week. So it's a really weird situation there. But that's going to wrap it up for Vault. Because, no, Remo, you good, man. You good. I was just making sure it wasn't something serious, you know what I mean? But Vault, being on the Lunar Distribution Network, of course, is giving us a sneak preview next week. Some pushes, like a Dark Interlude, was pushed to next week on the 14th, both cover A and cover B. And hey, at least they're showing those. Mindset number 1 with a second printing. Mindset number 3, however, with a cover A, but they didn't show a cover B. So expect that to either slide in there before FOC next week, or it'll probably get pushed. Quest Aside number 5 with the same situation. They show a cover A and no cover B. Revealer number 1 back on here, but you know what? Because it's an issue number 1 and it's under the Vault name, you guys know what they usually like to do. There's going to be a 1 in 5, 10, 25, 50, 75, and 100, as well as probably a B cover. So I'm expecting them to probably get their variant covers together as they continue to FOC that book and engage interest. So we'll see how it goes. Dark Interlude, you better like reading. Okay. You know, We Are Venom, I feel the same way about you better like reading when I recommend Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. Z2 Comics, giving us the Rise Against Presents book by Nowhere. They're calling it Nowhere Generation. So, Rise Against. Why isn't that an under opus? Isn't that where all the cool comic rock and roll creators are right now? Next up, we've got Boom Studios giving us the Alice Ever After with a cover A by Panosian, a cover B by Nord, and then the 25 copy incentive by Nord. Now, I would expect there to be a 1 per store, but I haven't been seeing these listed under the Diamond Distribution Network. Firefly 20th Anniversary Special number 1, cover A. And this one, of course, got a lot of variant covers for you, too. Cover B on the Yoon. Cover C, showing the wash before he got a reaver spike ran through him. Firefly 20th Anniversary Special cover D, which is your 10 copy incentive. House of Slaughter, number 8. Basically, I thought this was going to be like a 2-issue, 3-issue, 4-issue book at tops, but no. House of Slaughter kind of running very far. But there's your cover A by Albuquerque. This is the cover B by Del Adera. And then this is the body bag variant, they're calling it. This is your cover C. Order accordingly. 25 copy incentive Del Adera Virgin variant. 50 copy incentive Well B. Power Rangers 100 has arrived. So as you guys know, after the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers run, they decided to split up Mighty Morphin into one title and Power Rangers into one title. But what they had been doing the whole way along that way was using the B cover to keep the legacy numbering in place. So they were able to keep pretty good track of it. Now they have arrived at 100 issues of Power Rangers, which is kind of crazy to think that they are 1/4 of the way where a grossly popular title is. And you're going to see that 400th anniversary in this episode on FOC. Stay tuned for that one. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100, though, with a cover B by Bernardo. The cover C by Ricardo. And it says the wrap variant. So I don't know what else is on the backside of this one. So might be more going on there than we're seeing. Cover D is your blank sketch variant. Apparently it's in red. Montez doing a Red Ranger foil. So for all of you guys collecting the helmet variants, it's one for your set. And this is wild right here. So this is the Power Rangers number 100 cover F 10 copy action figure variant. This is your 25 copy incentive. This is the 50 copy incentive by Tyler Kirkham. That is some wild looking stuff right there. The Inyuk Lee 100 copy incentive. There's the unlockable. And then we're on a Vampire Slayer Buffy number 5 with a cover A. Spaghetti Monster. Vampire Slayer number 5 cover B with the Blood Red variant by Francavilla. Vampire Slayer number 5 cover C, which is your 10 copy incentive of the Spaghetti Incident. And then the Vampire Slayer cover D is your 25 copy incentive by Glendenning. Virginized 50 copy Glendenning. Yoshitani giving you the 75 copy incentive. That definitely looks like Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's what they were going for. That looks like what's her face. The portrayals are definitely very accurate. We only find them when they're dead. Number 13 cover A, cover B, and then they just did a 25 copy incentive. So there's your cover C. Wrapping it up for the boom. You know where we're at next is the Dark Horse giving us Breakout number 3 and a cover B to go along with it. And then they said, see you next week for the rest. Dynamite Entertainment, however, before we get into this one, let me sip my drink real quick because I know I'm about to talk for a minute. So Dynamite is a pretty long list here, just like normal. Lots of different variant covers. But the first one didn't even have the artwork available for it. And this is John Carter of Mars, number 5, with a cover A by Acosta. This is the cover B by Linsner. This is your cover C by Case. Yeah, Omar, I agree. John Carter of Mars, number 5, cover D. Cover E cosplay. Geek Filter in the house. And then after the cosplay, we've got the cover F, which is the Commodius, black and white. The Acosta Virgin, not shown, 15 copy incentive. 20 copy cosplay Virgin. 25 copy incentive Virgin. Case 30 copy Virgin. Linsner on the limited Virgin. So this is where I was weirded out because they didn't show any other books after this limited Virgin. No FOC variants, no ultraviolets, nothing else that actually would accompany that book. So it got a little weird. Here's the Mars Attacks Red Sonja Jurgen special line art cover though that did show by itself. And then we've got Red Sonja number 12 with a cover A by Mortar and Dolpho, which unfortunately didn't show the artwork, but they did show this wonderful Lee color art for cover B. Linsner on the cover C. Cover D by a Lau. And then it is not the Art Germ or the Warren Lau. So it's another person with the last name of Lau. Still really good artwork apparently. It's obviously they're doing books for Dynamite, and Dynamite doesn't hire bad artists. But let's be honest, Dynamite definitely does not hire artists that suck. They want to sell covers. Red Sonja 2021, number 12, cover E cosplay. And then here's the 10 copy incentive Lee black and white. The Endolfo black and white not shown. 20 copy Lau Virgin not shown. And then the 25 copy Linsner black and white. Actually had this artwork shown on the Lau in the placeholders. So I don't know what's going on over there at Diamond. They're roughing it up. Cover J is your Mortar and Dolpho limited Virgin. The cover K is your Lee limited Virgin. And then the Linsner limited Virgin. Not too shabby looking, right? Cover M is your Lee ultraviolet Virgin. I'm sorry, ultraviolet variant. FOC Castro original variant. Cover O, 7 copy FOC incentive cosplay Virgin. 7 copy FOC incentive Castro black and white. 10 copy FOC incentive Lau black and white. And then the 10 copy FOC incentive Lee ultraviolet Virgin. And just made a wonderful thumbnail photo for this evening. Lots of vibrant colors. And Lee's art, not too shabby either. 10 copy FOC incentive Castro Virgin for you as well. And then we're on to Vampirilla Year 1, number 2. Cover A by Turner. Cover B by Perillo. Cover B by Derek Chu. I'm sorry, cover C by Derek Chu. Cover D by Guerilla Mark. Cover F is your 10 copy incentive Nolan Pencils original. The Linsner 15 copy original. 20 copy Perillo tint. 25 copy incentive Mark Virgin. 30 copy incentive Chu Virgin. And then the Turner limited Virgin. The Perillo limited Virgin. And then we're on to the FOC Timpano original variant. That's pretty cool if you guys know the homage. Yeah, every time we go through Dynamite, there's a paper shortage. Vampirilla Year 1, number 2, cover N FOC, the Gunda's original. And then the cover O FOC Perillo Ultraviolet, 7 copy cosplay Virgin variant. 7 copy FOC Mark black and white. 10 copy FOC Chu black and white. And then we've got the Gunda's Virgin FOC 10 copy. 10 copy FOC Turner black and white. Cover U FOC Linsner 15 copy Virgin. And then the 15 copy FOC Nolan Virgin. FOC Perillo Ultraviolet Virgin variant. And that finally wraps it up for Dynamite. So I can take a drink again, right? My throat's so dry. IDW Entertainment giving us the Dark Spaces Wildfire number 3 with a cover A, the cover B by Sorrentino, and then the cover C. Cover D's artwork was not shown, but also no incentives. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 505 with a cover A by Williams. Cover B. And then we got the 10 copy incentive Williams as well. This one's kind of cool because you tilt your head about 45 degrees, you see that's Rita Repulsa hanging out there. And she got some big 3-headed dragons behind her. And like one of those things about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that I remember, like, first off, I was too old to really be watching. I was in, 14, 15 years old when that stuff was on. So it really wasn't my target audience. But let me back up one, two, here real quick. But Zed, Lord Zed had that dragon Zord of his own. It was a huge dinosaur Zord that they hardly showed. And like, it was like shown on another planet or something like that. Like, it was a weird storyline, but I was like, man, if Zed's got that, Zord, maybe there's more Zords out there, and maybe, good and evil Zords and all sorts of stuff. And of course, I was a Transformers fan, so my own fan fiction was way better than what was actually put out on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Star Trek number 400, and here is the book I was telling you about. So we have another, other books that have 100 issues. That's like crazy, right? Like 100 issues in no time. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers hitting 100 issues. Then Star Trek's only at 400. Think about that. Cover A. So this is also, if you go back and count every Gold Key issue, every other issue of Star Trek ever released ever, they did a legacy numbering here. So I think that's kind of cool. This is probably going to be a little bit of a collector's edition because look at all the ships that are on the cover there, and that's actually what I was all about. Like, I watched Star Trek for the science stuff. Love the starships, man. Thought they were cool. Used to have models and stuff like that, like chrome-looking models had to paint. All the different versions of Spock. The cover C. There's a cover D by Hernandez. Has them all kind of like chibi baby style. And then the first appearance of Lower Decks. Believe it or not, happens on this retailer incentive. It's on FOC the same time as another book, though. But have Lower Decks appeared yet? That's the crazy part. I don't think they have. So here we go, everybody. Lower Decks right there on the 10 copy incentive. And then we get Star Trek Lower Decks number 1. FOCing the same week. So how would you guys split it up? If these books don't release at the same time, obviously there's no question. One will predate another. But if they both debut the same day. Star Trek Lower Decks with the cover B. And I haven't watched any of that stuff, but I have Paramount. I should probably watch this and see how it is. Lower Decks cover C, 10 copy Murphy incentive variant. I don't expect these books to be popular, but if Lower Decks is really a popular show, maybe we can get the one and only Geek Filter in here to drop some dimes over at IDW and say, hey, the fans love the Lower Decks. We need to do some more Lower Decks books. Star Trek Mirror War Troy, number 1, cover A. And this is the Levens cover A. There's the cover B. Not bad, right? Not bad. I hope you get all of the covers you want to take, Geek Filter. You're definitely a talented artist and you definitely deserve them. And Star Trek Mirror War Troy number 1 with this 15 copy Ralston incentive variant cover. And might I add, our own Geek Filter here in the live chat has done some retail incentive covers for some Star Trek stuff. So I recommend you go follow Geek Filter on Twitter. And of course, give them a follow. If you got an IG, it's the same, yeah. Follow them on social media and see all the talented work they're doing. And maybe request them for some store exclusive work. Transformers Best of Bumblebee one-shot. Okay. In here, This is a reprint of some other books, and unlike the Soundwave book, which is going to have unreleased material in it, this actually does show the death of the IDW Bumblebee. And, you know, I can spoil it for you guys. It's already happened like years ago. Galvatron blows a hole through him. Right through his chest. Murks him. True Cult number 2. True Cult number 2 with a cover B by Maria Levette. And then we've got True Cult number 2, cover C. Wrapping it up for the IDW. Image Comics dropping Ant number 5 with a cover A by Larson. The cover B with this retro 70s trade dress, of course. Hellcop number 10 with a cover A by Haberlin and Van Dyke. Hellcop number 10 with a cover B by Haberlin and Van Dyke. And then the cover C by Haberlin. This one's kind of cool because it's a play on Elle magazine, but it says Hell. I think it's kind of sick. And of course, Red Kryptonite, everybody. So cover D. Loaded Bible, Blood of My Blood, number 6 with a cover A by Mirka Andolfo. Cover B by Cafaro. Cover C by Talaski. The cover D by Leslie. Cover D. Cover E is by Glass. Magic Order 3, number 2, cover A. There's your cover B, which is a black and white of the cover A. And then there is your cover C by Scalera. On to DC Comics. So this is all the DC stuff that I had final orders due today. I showed you a majority of these books because I think they only added maybe 1 or 2 covers. That was a B cover or an in-between cover somewhere. Batman Dear Detective one-shot, though. Cover A by Lee Bermejo. Cover B by Lee Bermejo is your 25 copy. And then cover C by Lee Bermejo is a foil. Bermejo. Dark Crisis, second printing, reprinted with the corrected name, Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. Because DC, in a ploy to say, no, it's not another Infinite Earth story, gave you Dark Crisis. But then they said, oh yeah, it's another Infinite Earth story. And then they added the Infinite Earths back on in later prints. They also are going to give you the opportunity to get milked for a 25 copy incentive foil with, it's a retro trade dress. So, one trade dress, foil with a retro trade dress. And then we've got issue number 2, second printing cover A. And then there is, of course, the retro trade dress, 25 copy incentive for that one. Oh, and look, they did it again for issue number 3. Flash Annual one-shot, number 1 for 2022. Harley Quinn 2022 Annual one-shot, however, multiple covers. Cover A by John Boy Myers. Cover B by Nathan Zerdy. And I'm sorry, this one should have been the incentive. Or this one should have been the incentive because this is Ryan Sook doing his Harley Quinn artwork over top of the Batman by Jim Lee. So technically it's still a Jim Lee cover. Harley Quinn 2022 Annual number 1, cover D, 25 copy incentive. I mean, don't get me wrong. Art's not bad, but this is definitely more of a B cover. And the B or the C are definitely more of an incentive. Well, what would I know? I don't get paid for this stuff. I'll just do this for fun. So, of course, because I'm not money motivated, I give you the honest opinion, which is why I thank you all for tuning in. Superman War World with the Sadomasochist Superman outfit complete. Cover A. There's your cover B. This is the distressed cardstock variant cover, and then the cover with him in Mongol is your 25 copy incentive. Wonder Girl Annual number 1. Joel Jones. Cover B is the Wild Goose cardstock variant cover. And then cover C, 25 copy incentive by Scott Forbes. Welcome to the Wonder Girls. Plural. Tons of them. Speaking of tons, we got tons more books to get through. This is the final orders due for DC 8/14/2022. Cover A of Batman 127. So you guys know where this is picking up. The Batman of Ozenara. Del Auto wraparound cardstock variant cover. This hits. I'm not buying it, but it hits. Alex Garner with the cardstock variant cover, and of course Alex Garner's work is always intensely detailed. I love it. Cover D, which is your Harley Quinn 30th anniversary cardstock variant cover. Batman channeling is Inner X23. Batman 127 with a 25 copy incentive by Inyuk Lee, which has Batman nowhere to be found on the cover. It's a Catwoman cover. Jock, he says, you know what? I'm going to give you at least the outline of the Batman. But Jock's perspective right here and Jock's style, amazing cover. Batman Beyond Neo Year number 6 of 6 with a cover A by Max Dunbar. The cover B is by Christian Ward. Batman Nightwatch number 1. So this is another Batman book, but it's a miniseries, 5 issues. Batman Urban Legends number 19 with a cover A. Batman Urban Legends number 19 with the cover B. And look, Lucas, it's a tentacle. Shout out to Chitlins, Greens, and Cornbread. Batman Urban Legends number 19 with the cover C, Claire Rowe. Black Adam and the Justice Society Files, Atom Smasher, one-shot, cover A, Kari Andrews. And that is totally Deadpool in the Atom colors in the DC Universe. There, I said it. I said it, and you guys know why I said it. So here's the one-shot cover B, photo variant. So you think it's Ryan Reynolds underneath there? It's a big long joke to him. He really messed with the timeline. Worse than Barry. Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 4 with a cover A. And then here is your cover B by Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson. And then this is going to be the cover C by Brett Booth. Oh, Andre, you know, I haven't read a lot of Valiant books in a while, so I might have to check that one out. Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, of course, is giving you this 25 copy incentive, and you can all say it with me now. Is it Damn It Barry or Damn It Wally? I can't tell which one this is because it's Infinite Earths. Could be any one of them. But here we have confirmation that the Black Winter did indeed enter the DC Universe and kill them all. 50 copy incentive. Dark Knights of Steel, Tales of the Three Kingdoms, number 1 with a cover. Oh, it's a one-shot. Cover A. Cover B. Cover C with the Ejukar variant, and then the 50 copy Anacleto cardstock variant cover. Up next is the DC vs. Vampires number 9 of the 12-issue series. Cover A, Gillian Mark. Cover B by Nathan Zerdy. Oh my God, he's working it over here. And is it me or did he channel a Rosario Dawson face for this one? Here is the DC vs. Vampires number 9, 25 copy incentive. Deceased War of the Undead Gods number 2, cover A. Cover B, Acetate. But this one's being stapled by the manufacturer. It will not have 4 staples on one. Deceased War of the Gods, War of the Undead Gods number 2, cover C, with the Dan Moore cardstock homage variant. So hey, oy vey all you want. Did you guys see this dude named Ultra break down barcode hunting on a book that was printed last year that had something stapled to the cover of it for a convention this year? And then take this internet by wildfire? Go check out Drunken Chat. Deceased War of the Undead Gods number 2, cover D, 25 copy Francesco Mattina cardstock variant, and that is a Deceased Lobo, I think. But here's your 50 copy incentive. All right. Detective Comics 1062 second printing, Tedesco variant cover. And then the Tedesco is getting a 25 copy foil cardstock variant cover. Flashpoint Beyond number 5 of 6 with a cover A by Mitch Gerards. And Damn It Barry messed up the timeline, so this way Lunar couldn't show me a cover B. But they are showing us a 25 copy incentive Scott Collins cardstock variant. And that looks like Captain Cold. Harley Quinn 30th Anniversary Special one-shot with a cover A by Amanda Connor. Amanda Connor should be the A cover Harley default. Jeff Scott Campbell cover B. So no incentive there. Open order. Wow. This one, however, is probably going to be the fan favorite, and I expect there to probably be a little bit more trade dress by the time this one does hit. But this is your cover C by Stanley Artgerm-Lau. Cover D is by Jerome Opena, and it is amazing as well. Bruce Timm variant. Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson. Lee Bermejo. And then this one is wild. We'll just move on. Here's your Adam Hughes variant cover, which is also probably going to be pretty well ordered. But yeah, very comical right there. I love it. And then here is the 25 copy incentive by Amanda Connor, which shows basically the aftermath of the A cover. So it's probably going to be a big chase for some people to get the A cover and that 25 copy incentive. Multiversity Teen Justice number 4 cover A with Robbie Rodriguez. Stephanie Hans cardstock variant cover. Multiversity Teen Justice number 4 cover C. Vanessa Del Rey Hispanic Heritage Month cardstock variant cover. New Champion of Shazam number 2 of 4 with a cover A by Evan Doc Shannon. Dan Hip with the cardstock variant. 25 copy incentive by Marguerite Sauvage. And Marguerite and Elizabeth Torque are two of my favorite eye artists. Or at least the way they draw eye makeup on their girls. It's always phenomenal. If you don't believe me, check out the Trial of Magneto Elizabeth Torque variant. It's amazing. Nubia Queen of the Amazons number 4 cover A by Craig Randolph. And then Joelle Jones giving us the cover B cardstock variant cover. Poison Ivy number 4 cover A by Jessica Fong. Jenny Frisian with the cardstock variant cover. The Reader variant. 25 copy incentive, Matthias Vergara. Sword of Azrael number 2 cover A. And here we have Vengeance making her jump from the Joker book into another DC title. I don't know if she's made any other appearances outside of the Joker title yet. If she popped up in Batman anywhere. But here is the Joshua Middleton cardstock variant cover, and that's a wicked looking Azrael. And then here is the Mateus Manhanini 25 copy incentive variant. Cover D is going to be a 50 copy incentive. Very classic looking Azrael right there. Sword of Azrael, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for the DC books. We are into our final publisher, so make sure you smash that like button. And after I'm done here, go and check out Newbie's show. Okay? Alien number 1. Alien number 1 with the Terrest variant. And then we've got the Mango variant, which shows a chest burster. Yeah. Coming out of dude's chest. Like, upper chest part. Like, 50 copy incentive by Ryan Brown. Check out the details. All Out Avengers. So here we go with another Avengers book nobody asked for. Jeff Scott Campbell giving you an anniversary variant cover. Okay, making it a little bit easier to swallow, right? Open order variant covers. That's kind of cool, right? And then they got the La Rocca variant cover here for you, just in case they decide to slide it anything else. And then for you Blade fans, again, Blade does not have too many variant covers of his own, let alone in the newer renditions of Blade and whatever redesign style he's got. But here you go, Scotty Young fans. This is your Cockrum 50 copy hidden gem incentive. Because they did the Aliens and now they're doing Alien. That's exactly the opposite of how they milked you in the movies, Nate. So All Out Avengers getting a 100 copy incentive by Jeff Scott Campbell. And of course, this is going to be a virginized version of the Jeff Scott Campbell one I showed you earlier. But they're also doing one in a retro variant. The only thing that's retro about is not only the Avengers description, it looks like the trade dress. But if you guys look at the coloring, it's the old school stipple dot color. Color dot matrix, I believe is what they call it. Ant-Man #1 also getting a second printing Riley variant for the reprinting of the first appearance of this new Ant-Man that everybody seems to be going ham over. Avengers X-Men Eternals Death to Mutants #2 of 3. Avengers Eternals Death to Mutants #2 of 3 with a Ramos variant. Black Panther #9. And then, my gosh, just a cover buy. You know, pure cover buy, I think, is what the consensus a lot of people have on this one is just a good Monhanini cover. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty #4. Sentinel Liberty #4 getting a Bagley Miracle Man variant cover. So there's going to be a month of Miracle Man variants, and there's going to be more than just this book. Now, Daredevil #1 second printing Chiquetto variant cover. Does anybody care? Spider-Man's on the cover? I don't think it's going to help itself. Just being honest. Now, Defenders Beyond #1 second printing with a Rodriguez variant cover might be a little bit more interest because it's the first appearance of another female Loki. One from the previous universe. Gambit #1 second printing with a Todd Knock variant cover. Not bad. Not bad. It's not Scott Williams and all, but it's not bad. Guinness Vell, Captain Marvel #1 second printing. Baldeon variant. Ghost Rider #6. So here we got a Ghost Rider versus Wolverine cover. Let's see if it actually goes down inside too, right? Ghost Rider #6 with the Barons variant. And then the Romero variant cover. But that is absolutely showing a weird pose. But it is definitely Robbie Reyes. Immortal X-Men #6 with the regular cover. The Spider-Man Beyond Amazing Spider-Man variant. The Quiet Council variant cover by Phil Noto. Marauders #6, and this one, of course, no variant covers. Moon Knight #15. Moon Knight 15 with the Shalvey Miracle Man variant cover. New Fantastic Four #5. New Fantastic Four #5 Beyond Amazing Spider-Man variant. New Mutants #29. The Reese variant cover, also not too shabby. But there's a 10 copy incentive Reese design variant. Punisher #6, and I had some people saying this is the return of the Ares Punisher. No, I don't believe it is. I believe this is just a return of Ares, who has been set up as the villain. So, can Punisher kill a god? That's the question. She-Hulk #6 with a lovely Bartel cover showing She-Hulk having some tea time with Nightcrawler. And then here's the Edge variant. Star Wars #27. Star Wars #27 with a John Tyler Christopher action figure variant cover. And then we've got the Sprouse Choose Your Destiny variant cover. Wolverine number 24. Wolverine number 24, the Levins Beyond Amazing Spider-Man variant cover. And then we've got X-Men and Moon Girl with the fastball special showing Wolverine throwing Moon Girl. Like, is this the triple fastball? Like, did Colossus throw Wolverine first before Wolverine threw Moon Girl? And then we've got the Edge variant cover here with a bunch of cloned dinosaurs. Unfortunately, not the first cover appearance of Mel's dinosaur. X-Men and Moon Girl number 1 with the Randolph connecting variant cover. Also, I guess, going to connect with all the other Moon Girl books. And that's our show, everybody. So we are done. We are out the door. I want to thank you guys for sticking through. And please stand by for just a few more messages. The secret variant is, of course, your best choice in FOC, and I thank you for choosing me above all else. Please stand by for those further messages. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode, and subscribe to Ninth Wonder. Make sure you are following him for the Anti-Spec Spec Club. We just have fun and bullshit, just like we do on Drunken Chat. And I know you guys who watched the last episode of Drunken Chat and watched who's been called a $10 comic cop by people fudging numbers on books, showed you what a comic book detective is, right? We broke it down, and if you guys want to know how we broke it down and why some people may be mad at me because I told the world your book is stapled. But don't forget to also subscribe to all of my good friends again in the feature channel section. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment if you can. Help me break that algorithm after the video ends. See you guys back here next week. And again, go check out Newbie Next. That's right. Say no to 4 staples. You know, it'd be one thing if it was all ran through the same staple. Like, what if they unstapled all the books and restapled them in the same spot? Didn't do it. Check you guys later.